Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another podcast here. And oh boy, was yesterday crazy. It was nuts. First of all, great to have Sunday Night Football back again. It's amazing to have that back and to be doing these podcasts. So, without further ado, let's get started with it. First off, let's start with our pre-game analysis, our post-game analysis, and we're going to start off with the Bears and the Lions game. What a great comeback the Bears did. I was on the edge of my seat at the end of that game. I thought I had a heart attack when that ball went into DeAndre Swift's hands. Thank God it came out. But I had a heart attack at that moment. I swear that I have never been closer to okay. Without further ado, let's get into it. How I feel the Bears played. And remember, what I write is all my opinion, okay? It not saying, like, I'm a professional. I analyze games. That's why I watch them. But anyways, the Bears played very sloppy in the first half. In the first 3 quarters. Come on now. You can't sit around and not play football for 3 quarters. You have to play football for 4. If you're sloppy in the first half and this is the first game of the season, okay. But 3 quarters? 3 quarters? Come on now. You can't be doing that. Play football. But Trubisky came back. They gotten a little better into the third quarter. A little bit, like very minimal. Great comeback in the fourth quarter. 17 unanswered points to get them back into the lead. 2 touchdowns. Beautiful. Just a beautiful play. I cannot wait for that Lions game, for the Giants game next week. It is going to be amazing. Now for the Lions played pretty good, especially with a bad team, but they threw it away in the fourth quarter. They really threw it away in the fourth quarter. But I will say, Stafford had that game won. Stafford had that game won. But DeAndre Swift, being a rookie, the pressure being on him, two linebackers running towards him while he trying to catch a ball for the end zone. Game-winning touchdown, and he drops the ball. He drops the ball. I'm a Bears fan. I'm not complaining. But he drops the ball. The Bears, I'm not going to sit around and say that was skill. That was not skill. The only thing that was skillful in that game was the Bears' offensive line. The Bears got lucky that game. They got really, really lucky on that game. But let's start off and go to the Buccaneers and the Saints game. Oh my, was that a game? First off, let's start off with the Buccaneers. I say Buccaneers, they played sloppy and had no rhythm. They played sloppy and had no rhythm in their game. Nobody was on the same page, and they just got outdone by the Saints defense. That's all I got to say about that one. Saints, pretty short too. played beautifully and efficiently and completely outclassed the Buccaneers. Completely. And that pick six play from the defense, amazing. Buccaneers defense couldn't do anything to stop the Saints. So, I mean, it's obvious why the Saints won. But now let's go on to the Cowboys and the Rams, the final game that we are doing a post-game analysis on for Sunday Night Football last night. And the Cowboys, their offense was all over the place. Couldn't find a rhythm. And Leighton Vander Esch got injured. They showed him during the game. They had a camera on him, and he was going into the X-ray room, and he comes out and is told that he has a collarbone fracture. That's not good. Leighton Vander Esch getting injured definitely set that defense back. But I don't think it's nothing that they can't handle. I just hope the Cowboys can come back, because I think I've put it out that they are going to have a good season this year, and they better have a good season, or else that wouldn't look good. And the Rams, they played very organized and executed their game plan perfectly. It was pretty good watching the Rams play that game. I can't believe how good they played. But that is all for the post-game analysis. Now on oh my bad. To some the latest NFL news. This is pretty much all from yesterday, though. Ravens blew out the Browns. They blew out the Browns. What was it? 38? I'm pretty sure, right? 38-6 or something like that. 38-6. What were they favored by? The point spread was something, but they exceeded that. They very well exceeded that. And it was something beautiful to watch. Ravens played amazing. Lamar Jackson played a very amazing game. And let's see if they can keep it up for that rest of the year. Bears have a great comeback over the Lions. I just spoke about this not too long ago, so not much we could say there other than the fact that I just can't believe the Lions threw that away. If you are a Lions fan and you were watching that game, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but you guys are probably used to it by now. And Mitchell, the Lion King Trubisky, showed you guys that he is the mayor of Detroit, Michigan. Anyways, moving on. Jacksonville Jaguars upset against the Colts. 19 for 20. 19 for 20. Minshew Mania. And I gotta be honest, I was not confident at all that Minshew was gonna be a big quarterback. Like a big name quarterback. I was not ready for 19 for 20. I was not ready for that. 19 for 20. That's what, 95% completion rating for that game? That's nuts. What do you have? Like three touchdowns or something like that? Crazy. I'd say like the only person that did it better out there was like Russell Wilson. He did pretty good. Drew Brees wipes out Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I don't know what was going on with Tom Brady, but he did not have the game last night. It was all over the place. It was bad. Cardinals win over the 49ers. That's something I was not... When we get into the game prediction check, you guys will be very surprised. Especially with all the upsets that happen. It's... I don't even think it was anything good. It was just nuts. That's all it was. Minshew Mania. That's all I gotta say about him. Minshew Mania. Yeah. First look at the SoFi Stadium. My opinion, it looks beautiful from the outside. Inside, very modern. Most modern stadium. Most expensive stadium. But on the from the outside, it looks like a beautiful stadium. Now remember, things I say are my opinion. So what I'm about to say may trigger some people. But it is my opinion. Keep that in the back of your head while I read this. Joe Burrow looking questionable. Joe Burrow is looking very questionable. He did not have a spectacular game. Not saying that he needs like a spectacular game, but he needs a good game. He needs a good game. That was not a good game. Especially showing that he just wanted to run most of the time. You can't run most of the time. No, a quarterback is a passer. A quarterback is a passer. You can't sit and run most of the time. That's not how the game of football works. Besides Lamar Jackson, he can do that all day long. But still, that's not how the game works. Rams win over the Cowboys? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. The Rams win over the Cowboys. I'm gonna be honest. I projected the Cowboys to win. I really thought the Cowboys were gonna win that game, but they ended up not winning that game, and they lost by 3 points. Better luck next time, I guess. The Rams and Cowboys game was pretty much a running back battle. It was pretty much a running back battle. Now, I don't remember... What's his name? Let me know in the comments who the Rams running back is. But Zeke had 25 touches, 120-something yards, two rushing touchdowns. And the Rams running back had 21 touches, 110 yards with 2 rushing touchdowns. They both shined on that game. That was a pretty good game. And then you got Alvin Kamara over in the Saints and Buccaneers game, just absolutely mauling touchdowns and getting through everything. But, yeah, and now we go on to one of the biggest... I think it is the biggest point spread of the NFL season so far. Titans favored by 10.5 points on FanDuel, okay? On FanDuel for week 2 against Jacksonville. Now, what I have to say about that is, how is Jacksonville going to go out there, upset the Colts, and then the Titans get favored over them by 10.5 points, but 10.5 points, but the Titans are only favored against the Broncos by 3. The Broncos by 3. And that game is tonight. The Broncos by 3. Are you kidding me? And then the Jacksonville by 10.5. Come on, there's got to be some people out there that believe that the Jags are going to win that game or something. There's got to be people out there that believe that. But with other point spreads, for week 1 actually, for tonight, the Steelers and Giants, the Steelers are at a 5.5 point favor. Titans and Broncos, I just said it. Titans are favored by 3 points. The Browns and Bengals game, Browns are favored by 6.5 points. Let me tell you, this will be a prediction video, but I don't think the Browns win that game. I really don't think the Browns win that game. The Jags and Titans. Titans are favored by 10.5 points somehow. The Bears and Giants, can't wait for that game. Bears are favored by 5.5 points. I think that's legit. The Falcons and Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 6.5 points. The Broncos and Steelers. Steelers are favored by 6 points. The Vikings and Colts. The Colts are favored by 3 points. We just seen what happens when the Colts get favored. Will they win against the Vikings? I honestly think so. I really do think so, because I don't like the Vikings, and I don't have a problem with the Colts. So, yeah. The Panthers and Buccaneers. The Bucs are favored by 7.5 points. Wow. Bills and Dolphins. Bills are favored by 5.5. The 49ers and Jets. 49ers are favored by 7. Rams and Eagles. Eagles are favored by 3. Ravens and Texans. Ravens are favored by 6.5. The Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs favored by 8.5 against the Chargers defense. But who knows? It probably is going to be something like 8.5. Probably like 20 something. Patriots, Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored by 4. Patriots probably going to win that game. Cardinals and Washington. That's going to be a rough game. Cardinals are favored by 6.5. And finally, the Lions versus the Packers. And the Packers are favored by 5.5. Now, if you're out there thinking, well, with all these big point spreads, and you're wanting to get into betting, sports betting at this moment right now, we came up with some 3 teams that you would want to bet your money on for the game. Not saying like these are guarantees, but these are some of the most likely wins. There's more than 3. I'll give y'all more than 3. Like, I don't know how many I can guess. I don't know. First off are the Bears. The Bears, yeah. I'm not being biased about them, okay? I actually think the Bears would be worth your money betting. I know that's what I'm doing, and I know that's what you should be doing. But week one still for tonight, if you're wanting to bet on those games, bet on the Steelers. Okay, bet on the Steelers. I'm telling you. The 49ers, bet on that team to win against the Jets. That's going to happen. That's almost a guarantee. And then 2 weeks in a row, you can bet your money on the Steelers beating the Broncos. Yeah. By 6 points? I don't know. Remember when you bet on these point spreads, you gotta win by over gotta win by over the point spread. You gotta win by over the point spread. So the Steelers have to win by a whole touchdown. Okay? So, and the 49ers would have to win by 2 scores. The Bears going to have to win by a touchdown. So, I mean, a touchdown and 2 field goals right now, actually. And the Chiefs have to win. Yes, the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs they're looking pretty much untouchable right now. The Chiefs are looking pretty much untouchable going into the 2020 season so far. And I think you should bet your money on them against the Chargers. Yep. But the point spread is 8.5 points. Now, a game like the Titans and Jags, big point spread, by the way, biggest in the NFL for the 2020 season so far. And I just don't think they win by 10.5 points. I really don't think they win by 10.5 points or over. So I wouldn't do it. Not that game. Maybe some other game, but not that game. Is that almost done? Come on. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alrighty. Enough with the background noises now. I don't really know any other teams looking. I mean, you could bet on the Ravens, but I don't know if it'd be a full guarantee. So, but the Texans did look pretty bad last time. Washington or Cardinals. The Packers, you could probably bet on the Packers too. Like, I know that's coming out of Bears fans' mouth, but you could probably bet on the Packers that they are going to win because I think they're going to win. That's a game I had to rate. I would give it to the Packers. Now, moving on from all of the point spreads and betting lines, all from FanDuel. By the way, if you want to go do some sports betting, I would do it on that app. FanDuel, not sponsored, by the way. Just how I feel. And let's get into some injury reports. And then after the injury reports, we'll get on with my game predictions. Now, the Lions lost 2 players in the Bears game. I'm not exactly sure who the 2 players were, but I don't think they were all that important. Let me know if they were important to... I'm trying to get my... Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me finish these. Alright, I got them done. Now let's get into them. The injury reports first. Duh. Injury reports, Lions lost 2 players in the Bears game. Not sure who they were. Marlon Mack is out with an injury. Now, I don't know what these injuries are. I don't have them written down right now. But Marlon Mack out with an injury. Kenny Golladay being a big loss for the Lions. I feel like if Kenny Golladay would have been the one out for that pass instead of DeAndre Swift, the Bears would be 0-1 right now to start off the year. But it wasn't. It was DeAndre Swift. And that didn't work out so well. So, Leighton Vander Esch out with a collarbone fracture. Not sure how long he's going to be out for, but I believe he is placed on IR right now. Jeff Okudah is still out. He is still out. He did not play the Bears game. So we'll see if he plays against the Packers in week 2. And finally, will Robert Quinn play against the Giants next week? Me, I don't know. I don't know if he will. I haven't heard anything about him playing next week, so I guess for me it'll be a surprise seeing if he'll play or not. If he does, pretty much have that game under wraps. If you don't, pretty much have that game under wraps. Yeah, that's about it for that one. And now moving on to the game predictions and the game predictions that I have for Monday Night Football tonight. The Bears and Lions game I got right. The Bears win. The Seahawks and Falcons game I got right. Yeah. I got right. Seahawks and Falcons game. Alright, where was I? I think it was Eagles and Washington I got wrong. That game, Washington came back from a pretty big deficit. What was it, 17 points? Dolphins and Patriots. The Patriots win. I got it right. Cam Newton did exceptionally well that game. Packers versus Vikings. Packers win. I'm not sure if the Packers or the Vikings were favored that game, but the Packers definitely did blow them out of the water. Colts in Jacksonville. If there's someone that bet on the Colts, they must be heartbroken right now. 'Cause that that sucks. That really does suck. Raiders and Panthers. The Raiders won that game. Close game, but towards the end, the Raiders started taking off with the points and and the Panthers really didn't go anywhere after that. So yeah, the Raiders ended up winning the game. Jets and Bills. That was pretty much a bye week for the Bills. Like there was a blowout. Speaking of blowout, Ravens and Browns. I got it right. The Ravens won. Now, I know I said the Browns, but I did also say I only chose the Browns because my dad is a Ravens fan, and I was just going against him. Of course, the Browns are going to lose against the Ravens. The Ravens just straight up destroyed everyone last year except the Chiefs, and they are not going to beat the Chiefs this year again either. So, I don't know what they're going to do. The Chargers and Bengals. The Bengals, they missed it. 3 points. 3 points. 3. Cardinals and 49ers. I can't believe it. The amount of upsets that this week has brought to us is just off the charts. And then the Buccaneers versus the Saints. I think everyone knew who was going to win that game. A lot of people predicted that the Saints were just going to blow them away, and blow them away they did. But, I mean, it was a pretty good game. I watched the game, and I just hope that Brady can get that team together, because the game last night was definitely not the Bucs that people want to see. And then finally the Cowboys and the Rams. Another 3 points. So close. So close. And I was pretty devastated that they lost, because I ended up getting 61% of those games right. Now on Monday I'm getting 100%, given the fact that there are only 2 games playing, but I am getting 100%. And so I went 8 for 13, 61%. Again, on the game predictions for Sunday Night Football week 1. But week 1 Monday Night Football, my game predictions to pretty much round out everything on this show today. I mean, what is this even a prediction? I don't even think it's a prediction. It's a guarantee. Steelers beat the Giants and Titans beat the Broncos. I don't know what else to say about that other than the fact that it's pretty much gonna happen. So I don't know. On that note, I'll see you guys next time on Wednesday, and hope you don't miss the games today. And like I said, if you're thinking about getting into the sports betting, because it is really big at the moment, check out FanDuel. Not sponsored. Again, not sponsored. And peace.